Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Droitwich in Worcestershire and we're going to have a look around Antique and Vintage by Luca De Luca. So this Emporium is based on 2 floors and it's absolutely packed to the gunnels. It has a mixture of everything from ceramics and glass through to metalware, curios and collectibles. As you know, I like my metalware, and there's a lovely copper and brass jug, and that's priced at £38. There's a nice collection of blue and white Cornish ware.
It originated in the early 1920s in Cornwall, England, and is characterised by its signature blue and white striped design. It was originally produced for domestic use, but quickly gained popularity and became widely collected for its nostalgic appeal and classic charm. The demand for Cornish ware has led to its value increasing over time, especially for rare or limited edition pieces. So it's definitely worth considering buying if you're brave enough to ship pottery. Which I'm not.
The antique books are always of great interest to me, but I don't sell them as they are a specialist area, but I do find them fascinating.
3 20th century books to keep your eyes open for are Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, particularly first editions and signed copies, as they hold significant value among collectors. Secondly, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This influential novel has become a sought-after collector's item due to its impact on literature and cultural significance. And finally, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. First editions are highly collectible, particularly if they are accompanied by illustrations or the author's signature.
Now these are of interest to me. They're First World War shell cases that have been turned into vases. Particularly like the 2 on the end. They're a bit different to the norm in that they're fluted, and they are 28, and that's 28 and that's £30, 28 and 25. If I can get a bit of a deal on these 2 fluted, or even possibly the 3 fluted ones, I might be interested in those. I'd need to get a reasonable discount on them though. But if I'm buying the 3, I've got room to negotiate. Plenty of costume jewellery, if you're into that kind of thing.
Costume jewellery can be worth investing in if you're looking for affordable and trendy accessories. However, if you're seeking long-term value or heirloom pieces, fine jewellery made with precious metals and gemstones will be a much better option. Ultimately, the decision to invest in costume jewellery depends on your personal style, budget and goals.
And lots of collectibles, something for everyone I think. A nice stool tucked away. And it's £10. Actually, that is a good price. And it's in the sale. So we'll have a look at this. It's always easier said than done.
When buying antiques or vintage, it's crucial to carefully check them before parting with your money. Unexpected issues may lie beneath the surface, so a proper inspection will ensure there are no nasty surprises in store when you get your purchase home. Because don't forget, you are buying second hand, and generally it's sold as seen.
And it's a screw mechanism. I'm not sure it works at the moment, so that's something I'd need to investigate. Matching pair of brass candlesticks. No great age to them, certainly 20th century. I can't see. Oh yeah, there's a price. That's £12 for the pair. I think at the moment I'll focus on the trench art vases that I showed you earlier. Nice collection of superheroes and a lot of mirrors. I struggle to sell mirrors, but that's not to say they would struggle to sell them here. Here's an example of the more traditional type of trench art. World War I. Brass shells that have been converted into vases, so you can see the difference now between this rather plain variety and the fluted vases that I showed you earlier. So I think there's more value in the fluted vases. Now down here is a very heavy cast iron pub sign, which is up for £100. Now it's got Hair and Hands hand sign written on it. One of my local pubs is called the Hair and Hands, but I'm not sure they would part with that much money for this particular sign. I'd have to get a heavy discount on that, and I don't think that's fair. I think it would be, I'd have to go in too low really. So I won't pursue that.
I always love checking out the artwork.
Always surprises me how much the artwork costs. You'd think it'd be a lot more than it actually is. So for example, a signed, is it watercolour? Quite possibly. John Graham. Lovely depiction of a couple of sailing boats. It's in the sale for £18. I am tempted by that, but artwork's very, very personal, and I've never had that much luck selling it, so might leave that alone. Looks like a nice little mid-century piece, priced at £45. This is a little unit here, a lot of ceramics and glass, which, as you know, I don't buy. Although I would make exception for some mid-century, like this ashtray here, which is kind of a Murano type glass, heavy. No mark on the bottom. Price wise, that's up to £30, so I don't think there'd be much left in that for me. Perfectly fair price, but obviously I'm buying to resell, so I need to get them at a certain cost effective price, and I don't want to insult any of the dealers with very low offers. Nice little pair of plated candlesticks, made in England, 20th century, probably late 20th century. No age to them at all. And they're up for £15. There's a nice little colt painted chamber stick, and that's up for £12. So in reality, I'd probably get it for 10, but the margin wouldn't be there for reselling. So some really nice stock here, a lot of glass and ceramics and mirrors, which, as you know, if you watch my previous auction video a few months ago, I have absolutely no joy with mirrors at all. So I do steer clear of mirrors.
To be honest, the money I got for those mirrors selling them at the auction, I may as well have thrown them in the canal and saved on the diesel.
Another stall with a lot of glass and ceramics. If you collect or deal in glass and ceramics, you'd be in heaven here. It's a nice bronze belt, which is priced at £75.
If you want to learn how to tell the difference between copper, brass and bronze, then check out a video I made previously.
Always look on the floor. Quite often some gems tucked away that if you don't check out below the tables or on the bottom shelves, you miss out completely.
Couple of mid-century wooden coat hangers, shows there's value in everything.
It's a nice little mirror, £30. It is vintage and it has a like an embossed or chased copper frame. When I had my shop space, I would sell items like that, so I would have bought that. Probably got it for 25 maybe. But again, at the risk of repeating myself, I just can't risk it getting damaged in shipping, so I do steer clear of glass, generally speaking.
Collection of vintage SLR cameras. They're regaining popularity with art students at the moment who like to shoot with film.
Right, we'll head upstairs. So another fairly large room, absolutely packed with glass, ceramics and collectibles. Definitely worth visiting. Antique and Vintage by Luca De Luca in Droitwich. Again, this mannequin, £65. Got to watch how much I show here, otherwise I could get the video banned by YouTube.
Three more cabinets of jewellery. In the trade, costume jewellery is also known as artificial jewellery, imitation jewellery, fashion jewellery, or even junk jewellery, as it's made of inexpensive materials.
Brown furniture chairs hanging from the ceiling there. I'm finding at the moment brown furniture is still out of fashion, and you can pick it up very cheaply at auctions. They almost have to give it away. But if you've got the right kind of house, and that's the furniture or the style of furniture you're using, you can pick it up for next to nothing. That's an interesting item. £125. And there's the quiz for the day. If anybody can tell me what that is. It has ram's horns. It's Indian, or certainly Middle Eastern. You can tell by the brass decoration on it. There you go. But I really don't know what that is or what it'd be used for. No idea. Very ornate, intricate design, but a bit of a mystery. These are very collectible. I'm always worried about dropping these. I'm sure they're not for me, but I'm sure those collectors out there will be able to tell me in the comments below who make these. Some more wonderful brown furniture chairs.
All dealers know brown furniture has fallen out of fashion due to design trends favouring lighter aesthetics, minimalism and clean lines. Unfortunately, brown furniture is associated with older generations and traditional styles. However, trends do change over time, and I have heard rumours that high quality, designer made brown furniture is actually making a comeback in London.
There's a matching pair of what they call barley twist candlesticks. Antique, early 20th century, with some kind of alloy sconce. It's not pewter, it's not silver plated, but quite attractive, but not a huge market for them. Here's a room packed full of what looks like Black Forest carved bears. That's particularly spectacular. The bear with the fish. Can't see a price on him. Oh, there we go. £85. There is a collector's market for that kind of item. Not something I'm particularly familiar with. And lots of reproduction cast steel advertising signs. I do like this hand I've just spotted. Interesting piece. £35. Again, I'd probably have to come in too low really to even make an offer on that. But absolutely on the nail, priced for retail. So if you're shopping for yourself or you're a collector, then there's plenty of stock here for you. Those of you who have followed my channel for a while now will know the type of stock I'm interested in, especially for the website. And at the moment, the main items are the two trench art vases downstairs, the two fluted vases. I may well see if I can get a deal on those.
Unfortunately, I couldn't cut a deal on the trench art fluted vases, so sadly I had to pass them by.
So there we go. That's a quick tour around Antique and Vintage by Luca De Luca in Droitwich, Worcestershire. And I highly recommend you visiting, and we'll finish there.